In this video, we're going to go over how to teach your dog to stay for duration. Now, when I teach the dog to stay, I teach the dog to stay with the 3 Ds. The first D is duration. You want to get your dog to practice staying in the same location with you right next to him for up to 5 minutes. Do not go to the next step until you've reached 5 minutes, and this is the most common mistake people make when teaching their dog to stay. Your dog needs to first learn to stay in the easiest capacity possible, which is with you right there. And for a lot of dogs, especially puppies, they're not going to stay still. They're going to start trying to do other tricks. They're going to jump up on you. They're going to bark. They're going to lose interest and walk away. My buddy Quest here is my most recent puppy, and I had to actually spend a week doing 1 second stays with Quest before I can move on to 2 seconds. So if your puppy gets up, keep practicing of 1 second stays until your puppy can stay there consistently, and then you can move to 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Now, a couple little things for the stay. The book says that the dog can stay in the location, but it can stand or sit or lay down. I prefer, and I do this professionally, is I want Quest to stay in a sit stay. I want him to stay in a sit. I also want him to stay obviously in the location. You might want to have a little bit more relaxed standards. It's completely appropriate. Just decide for you if you want your dog to stay in a sit or just stay in the location or down or whatever it is. And if you find when you're doing this exercise, your dog consistently goes into a down position, just practice in the down position. We want to start off in the easiest version possible. This is one of the most difficult things for a dog to learn. It can take a lot of practice and a lot of patience on your end. So please do not rush it. If you start getting frustrated or your dog is frustrated, stop. Go do something fun with your dog. Even if you're angry with your dog or your puppy, you shouldn't be. You pushed too far probably. But just take a puppy out, rub its belly. That'll actually reduce your stress and help you and your puppy bond a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to show you with Quest. We're going to do, I'm going to have him just sitting and we're going to go by 5s. Now, Quest already knows how to stay, and that's why I'm using it as demo dog, because I want to show you guys what you should get as the end picture. However, your puppy is very likely not going to do as well as Quest. Don't get frustrated if that's the case. Now, one last little tip. The dog does not have to look at me in the face to do the stay, because eventually we're going to do the stay. The second D is for distance, and the third D is for distractions. And that's a mistake most people make. They start trying to practice the stay for duration and distance together, or they incorporate what we call an auto release. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So when you're doing this, you want to keep on practicing for duration until you can get to that 5-minute mark. When we do this, we want to come up with a command word for stay and your release word. Your release word should never be okay. I know 4 dogs who were killed because their release word was okay. They're standing at the street, talking to one another, dog's on a leash, and somebody says okay, because it's the 51st most commonly used word. The dog jumped out and got clipped by cars or buses. 4 different dogs. Easily preventable. I have 4 dogs. I say release, break, freedom, and parole. Again, I like using fun command words. So Quest word is release. And so when I do the last thing, you're going to see me throw a treat off to the side, and I'm going to say the word release when he gets up and gets the treat. This is to teach the dog we're done doing the stay exercise. Now you are free to do what you're doing. Now, normally I tell people in other videos I've mentioned you shouldn't practice any exercise with your dog longer than 90 seconds. Stay is one of those few exceptions, but you need to do it in short bursts. Don't practice for an hour. Practice for, like a couple minutes and then do something else, and don't come back to it until at least a half an hour later. Ideally, you want to do it every hour or every couple hours, sprinkled throughout the day and practice in different locations, but there should be no distractions as well. Okay, we're going to have the camera back up. I'm going to bring Quest over and we'll show you how you can stay for duration. Quest, here. Quest. This is the part where you come here. There you go, buddy. It's like there's so many smells here. Quest, here. Sit. Now, I like to be down in a kneeling position. I just find it's a little bit more genuine. Another mistake people make is they have their treats right here. And you can see he's very interested in the treat. So I'm going to have the treat hand behind me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my arm to him, and I'm going to say the word stay when I get to the end of where I want to do it. I'm going to stop my hand halfway distance between me and the dog. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my hand back to my breast and put it facing my breast. Stay. I'm counting in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay. Now this is I want to do a hand signal as well as the verbal command. Sit. Now I'm going to do 10 seconds. Stay. Stay. Now notice I did move my head around a little bit, because I don't want him to get used to exclusively looking at it. If you practice staring at your dog, as soon as you break the stare, the dog will get up. So start off at the beginning, practice looking around at other directions. Also, make sure you have plenty of treats ready to go. All right. And count in your head. Stay. Stay. Now I'm going to finish the exercise by tossing treats aside when I say the word release after it goes into his mouth. And then we're done, we can do a little bit of play. And it's advisable to do a little bit of play. Shake, shake. Do a couple things that your puppy likes to do so that he gets to practice doing something that he knows how to do. And this is sometimes unnerving for puppies. Rotate. Spin. Spin. Okay, am I missing anything? All right, so when you do this, again, you need to practice this every day, multiple times a day. At the end of this class, we're going to ask you to put your dog into a stay, and we're going to show you how to do distance. That will only work if you've achieved the 5-minute stay. We will know if you have been practicing or not, and we will be doing a spotlight before, or your instructor will, before the class. So just practice it a couple times a day. A little trick is to get a little ramekin, fill it full of however many treats you want to practice. Maybe you're going to practice 10 times each practice session, 5 times a day, so there should be 50 treats in that little ramekin. By the end of the day, it should be empty. It's a nice little way to help you stay on track. Quest, sit. Well, this is Quest, and these are tips and tricks on how you can teach your dog to stay for duration.